Hello YouTube friends, this is Recovering Yankee, and I'm here to report a crime. Yesterday we had a storm in the low country of South Carolina. A windstorm, lightning, heavy rain, lots of lightning strikes. And as you can see, a dastardly tree committed a wanton act of violence against my truck. How dare that tree? We ought to ban trees. That's what I say, ban trees. Look at the damage done here from that dastardly tree. I call this tree violence. A non-sentient living being damaged my truck with full intent to harm me. Here is the dastardly tree in question. Look at that thing. That tree intended to attack me, smashed into my car, and wrecked the body panel. We ought to ban trees right now. Think of the children. Look at this mess in my yard. Look at what that tree did to me. Tree violence. And look where it came from. As you can see, that tree intended to fall on my truck. I was thinking of calling the police because of this dastardly deed. Now I'm going to have to take my chainsaw out, and I'm going to have to cut that tree branch into pieces. I'll get my revenge on that dastardly, non-sentient living being that intended to destroy my car with my chainsaw. I'm going to cut him up in pieces and punish him and put him in a fireplace. But first, I have to sharpen my chainsaw. Traditionally, people sharpen chainsaws with a file like this. And the file, as you can see on the surface, let me zoom in on it, has these guides, okay? And what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to, I'll just show you quickly. You're supposed to, here's the chain. You're supposed to line up the chain with the file, and using these angles, you're supposed to pull it across the chain. See how you try to keep the angle? Okay, this works if you have a robotic arm. If you do not have a robotic arm, it doesn't work. Why do I say that? Well, if you can't keep the chain file at that specific angle, or that specific angle, depending on which angle the tooth is, or this angle right here, the different angles. If you can't keep the file at that specific angle under the right pressure all the time, then each teeth gets sharpened differently. Some get sharpened a lot, some don't get sharpened very much. So there has to be a solution to that problem. You never seem to get the same sharpening that you had when it was a factory new blade. So let me see if there's a solution to that problem. I bought this tool online after watching an advertisement for it. It claims to sharpen the chainsaw blade back to factory specs. Nice and sharp, very sharp. When a chainsaw is dull, you get powder that comes out of the chainsaw as far as wood powder. It's like sawdust, very fine sawdust. When a chainsaw is properly sharpened, you get big chunks of wood. Sometimes you get shredded wood. It comes out as, looks like confetti, big pieces of confetti. Okay, now, what you do with this chainsaw sharpening tool is you put this over the blade, you run a carbide tip through with a hole right here, and you run it through one of these two holes right there, one and two, okay? And then what happens is you clamp this onto the blade, the bar, and you tighten it up according to this knob right here. Tighten it up and loosen it as necessary in order to get the carbide blade as close to the carbide cutter as close to the blade as possible. And once you find that right connection, the proper connection, then you just turn this until you sharpen the blade. And it guarantees consistent angle on every single tooth of the chainsaw. It also guarantees consistent pressure, because this right here, this knob, adjusts the pressure tighter or looser. So I'm going to hook this up in my chainsaw, and I'm going to try it. I'm going to see how well it sharpens. I don't remember the name of the company. As you can see, it's from China. That's the name of the company right there, installation instructions. I don't know if the name of the company is anywhere in this form. Maybe that is the name right there. That's Chinese writing. Maybe that's the name. If any of you read Chinese, read that and tell me what it says. It might say, ABC company out of China, chainsaw sharpening instructions, but I'm not sure. Let's see if there's a name inside in the package here. Nope, no name that I can tell, unless that's a very long name. And here's the instructions. So I'm going to set this up in my chainsaw, and that'll be part 2 of the video, and I'll show you how I do the cutting, okay, and the sharpening. Okay, thank you.